So welcome to the video on how to host your own pool at footballbook.pro. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on the free pool hosting banner. Okay, so what you see here is a screen with all the games for this week. Now we happen to be in week 1 when I made this video, so we're seeing all the games from week 1. Okay, so basically we're seeing, you know, the game time, the visitor, the home, the spread, and the results. Now you can either watch a preview from us, or you can see the preview at NFL.com by clicking. If you click on the preview button, it'll actually take you to NFL.com. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to type in your name. So let's say my name is Joe. I would type in Joe, and say I'm running the pool. Well, I'm going to type in Joe's pool. Okay. Now for my password, I'm going to tell all my friends, hey, when you go enter in your pool, just use the password secret, S-E-C-R-E-T. Now yours can be anything. I'm just going to, for the purposes of this video, use the word secret. Now as far as the PIN goes, most pins are 4 digits, but really it's just a number. You can use 5 digits, 6 digits, 1 digit. Okay, just don't use 15 digits. It's not going to work. Okay, so for the pin, I'm just going to keep it at 1000. Now the reason you want to make a pin is so that nobody else can go and change your picks after. Now the tags, you might want to say, well, my name's Joe. Every pool that I enter, I want to tag it with Joe, and I might even want to tag it with NFL. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make my picks. I'm going to say my last pick, I cannot bring myself to pick Oakland, so I'll take San Diego. I will submit my picks. You see that all 16 of my bets were entered. So what I can do now is I can do one of two things. I can search for all pools that exist. Now remember that the name of my pool was Joe's Pool. So I'm just going to say, show me all the pools that start with Joe. Okay, so here's Joe's pool. It's the only pool that exists. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And remember, my password that I typed in was the word secret. I'm going to hit submit. And now we see all the contestants that are in this pool. Well, there happens to only be one, and it's Joe. And I just want to alert you to two things. On this screen, you'll see how we did this week, or in the previous week, and how we're doing overall. So overall, or this week, I'm 0 for 16 right now. No games have been played. And overall, cumulative from the beginning of the year, we're at 0 and 16. But had I been in the 4th week, this number might have been like 48 or 62 or something like that. Okay, so now what I can do, notice that Joe is underlined, so I can click on Joe, and what it's going to do is it's going to attempt to show me the games. Now, because it doesn't know that I'm Joe, because remember when we log in with our cookies, we log in with our username. Now I happen to use a different name for my pool. I use the name Joe, so it says, well, I don't know that you're Joe, or you're not Joe, or whatever, so I'm just going to hide the games. But that's okay, because at the bottom, if we know the PIN for this team, we can go ahead and type it in. Now remember I typed in 1000. I'll hit submit, and now all my picks will be displayed. So there's all my picks. We can see the picks. Alright, let's go back to our pool, and this time let's add a new guy to our pool. You know what, let's go ahead and add Geo. Okay, and remember the pool name was Joe's Pool. So the pool name, the pool password was secret. And now let's say I'm the administrator. I might want to make all of the pins be the same. Just for now, I'll make it 1000 again. And this time I'll say, oh, this is Geo. I'm just going to pick every home team. Okay, so I've gone ahead and edited out the part where I made all my picks, but right now I have picks for all 16 teams, 16 games. Now you don't have to make all your picks at once. Some people like to. Some people like to make the early games, they'll pick those first, and maybe the Monday nighter they'll wait till Monday to put that one in. So you have that flexibility. I'm going to go ahead and hit submit, and this time we should see that again all 16 wagers were accepted. Okay. Now remember that we can go to search, and again remember that what we did last time, well this time, you know what, I'll just list all the pools. Let's start with J. I'll just go ahead and click on J, and there's Joe's pool. Now notice we have 2 participants. We'll go ahead and hit Joe's pool, and remember that the password was secret. And now we see a list of all the contestants, who happen to be right now just 2. And right now everybody's score is 0 because the games haven't been played yet. Okay, so now again, if you're going to run a pool, oh, so by the way, you can get everybody to enter in their own picks by just redirecting them to footballbook.pro and having them click on the free pool hosting banner. Okay, or you can even click on this little waiter icon here. This guy also says go to the free pool hosting page. Okay. So now what we'll do is, say you were going to be running a pool for somebody. We can use the bulk entry form to say, well, what I'm going to do is, the pool name I know is Joe's pool because that's what we made it. The pool password is secret. The pin, I'm going to keep the pin at 1000. But now keep in mind, every user could have a different pin. But if you're going to be entering everybody's picks, it's probably better just to use the same pin. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to, if you notice the example here that says you can enter in the names like this, like Joe and then all his picks. Okay, so if people were going to email you their picks, what you could do is you could say, hey guys, give it to me in this format so that I don't have to format 500 people's picks. I want your name first. Let's just say your name is Al, and my picks are going to be Buffalo, Cleveland, Chicago, Denver, Green Bay, and this is the convention you have to use. Okay, GB is Green Bay, Tampa Bay is TB, San Francisco. And I'm not saying these games are playing. I'm just making it up right now. Okay, and so then what you can do is you can hit a new line, and you can say that was Al. Now Bob's picks are going to be, well, he'll take Buffalo in that game, but he'll take Oakland, and then he'll take Tennessee, and then New England, and New York Giants, and New York Jets. Okay, and then finally, Charles, he will pick Arizona, Atlanta, and then Arizona, and then he'll pick, and they don't have to be alphabetical order, by the way. Then he'll pick Washington and Minnesota, and say what's another team? San Francisco. Okay, so that's how you'd enter the bulk. Now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll hit submit. Now notice I didn't click all 16 games because I'm just making this up for now. Okay, so anyway, the number of bets in this was 13. Now had I had 3 guys all with 16 games for this week, 3 times 16 is 48. I would have expected to see 48 bets in here. Okay, so again, if we go to the search and we say, give us all the pools that start with Joe, or even J-O will work because it starts with. Okay, there's Joe's pool. Now we see that we have 4 participants. Okay. I think we should have had 5, but anyway. Okay, so anyway, the point is now we've bulk entered a bunch of picks. Now we have Al, Joe, Bob, and Gio all in this pool. And as we can see, Al and Bob, they only made 6 and 5 picks respectively. They're going to have to go back at some time, or you're going to have to go back when, say they only gave you 13 out of 16 games. Maybe you could only enter 13 at the time. Just make sure you go back, and before the game ends, you'll have to type them all in. 3 games. Okay, so again, you just click on any of these links, and it'll show you. I can see Bob's team here, and again, they're all hidden until game time, but I know that the pin for Bob was 1000, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then it'll show me all his picks. Okay, and there's his picks, and if I wanted to see a game highlight from NFL.com or a game preview, I could just click on this icon here, and I can see the Tennessee-Pittsburgh matchup from NFL.com. And here's basically the page. It's loading right now. Okay, so that's pretty much it.